Hi, my name is Debra R. Richardson of Debra R. Richardson LLC, and I work with you to help you clean up your vendor data, clean up your vendor processes so that you pay the right vendor. Now, this week's Vendor Master File tip of the week is one of my hashtag year-end tips. Three reasons why you should collect W-9s from corporations because we've all been there, especially this time of year when you're getting invoices out of the clear blue sky that have been around since January, February that don't have a vendor. And in order to expedite that process, you invariably hear you don't need a W-9 from them. They're a corporation. So let's talk about that. So first, I do want to identify what I mean when I say corporation. And those are the organizations or companies that will select one of these three tax classifications, the C corporation, the S corporation, or the limited liability company where they identify if they are to be taxed as a C corporation or an S corporation. All right, so three reasons why you need to collect W-9s from corporations. So the first one, you need to verify the vendor is real, especially if you are getting in forms from internal team members from the vendors and then they're submitting it to the vendor team. You don't know if they got social engineered, if they got that W-9 from crook.com, right? So you want to get that W-9 in, you want to do the 10 match, just verify that vendor is real. And what it's going to do is it's going to provide a deterrent for any would-be fraudsters for some of them, right? They are going to just move on to the next potential victim that's not asking for this documentation. So verify the vendor is real. And then the second one is you also want to just verify they're not a foreign vendor, right? You want to make sure that you have something on file. And where you can find this out is if they submit you the W-9, but the EIN starts with a 9-8 because for a very long time, they recently stopped it, but the online assignment of the EIN using that SS4 form uh, automatically added the first two digits as 9-8 for foreign vendors. And so if they use a 9-8, then that means that they are a foreign vendor and you need to collect the appropriate W-8 from them. So verify they're not a foreign vendor is the second reason. And let me just clarify here, it may be more reasons, but these are the reasons that I've identified today. So the third reason is because, if I can click on it, the payments to corporations may be reportable. Corporations are not automatically exempt from payment reporting. If payments are made for attorney's proceeds, for legal fees, medical health care payments, and more, they can be reportable. So I have this excerpt here comes from the instructions for Forms 1099 MISC and 1099 NEC, revised January 2022. So check that out if you want to read more on it. But corporations can be reportable. And if you've got a vendor team that is not very close to or don't have the relationship with the vendors, then how do you know what those payments are really going to be for? So you need to have a blanket policy to always require W-9s even from corporations. All right, so if you'd like to have some training on W-9s every third Wednesday or the third Wednesday of every month, I have an IRS W-9 examples by classification training session. It's what to look for when accepting your vendor's W-9 and more importantly, when to send it back to them to fix it. So I'll put a link to the training session in the description. So check that out if you're interested in that for you or your team. All right, so if you'd like more information on how to improve your processes, please go to my website, deborarrichardson.com, for free tools and resources to avoid fraud, regulatory fines, and bad vendor data. So good luck and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified next Tuesday for the next Vendor Master File tip of the week. And I've got my little hat on. Happy holidays.